Hi, I'm William Sheriff, Chairman and CEO of Golden Predator Corp. Here today to answer a few questions about our company that are not necessarily at first glance on the website. We have a number of interesting gold properties in the Yukon. We focus exclusively in the Yukon. Primarily on this list is Brewery Creek, which is our flagship property. It's road accessible, it's a former producer, and we operate there year-round. We will be completing till the end of the year. We're expecting a 43-101 compliant resource. How many ounces? We're quite comfortable with the guidance of in excess of 700,000 ounces. Here again, this will be a preliminary resource estimate. We will continue drilling. At the time the 43-101 comes out, it will already be behind by approximately 70 to 100 drill holes. It will not be in the base. And this will be largely an indicated resource. There are some other properties that promise excellent results. When do I think those values could be 43-101 completed to be presented? To do that, we have to look at the top three projects. Brewery Creek, as I've already indicated, is by far and away our most advanced project and will have an excess of 700,000 ounces on the year-end 43-101. That is year-end 2011. The other two lead projects are Brewery Creek and Clear Creek. Both, again, road accessible. Both can be operated on a year-round basis, but we will not be doing so this year, so that we can concentrate our efforts and advance Brewery Creek rapidly towards production. Nonetheless, Brewery Creek, we think ultimately will have about a 1 million ounce to 2 million ounce resource. We currently have something on the order of 250,000 ounces, but it is open for expansion. Simply a matter of getting more drill holes into the deposit. Clear Creek, on the other hand, is a much larger system, and we view it as being 5 to 6 years away, potentially even 7. It certainly is a multi-million ounce deposit. We target it geologically as something on the 3 to 5 million and perhaps larger ounce range. It's a series of sheeted vein systems hosted in intrusives, very much like Victoria's Eagle Zone, some 35 to 40 kilometers away. We will be drilling Clear Creek next year. We would anticipate having a resource in excess of 500,000 ounces by the end of next year at Clear Creek. Here again, this is somewhat dependent upon the speed and the effort that we direct towards our flagship property, Brewery Creek. Currently, there's cash in the company of about 16 million, along with another 6 to 7 million in marketable and negotiable securities. We anticipate that this will provide us adequate cash through the next summer, at least through the middle of the summer. Here again, it depends at the rate at which we accelerate Brewery Creek. Currently, we have 2 new discoveries during 2011. We think we've just announced the third. We aren't sure the size of it yet, but quite interesting. And we're very likely on the early stages of a fourth. Should this pan out with our partially permitted situation at Brewery Creek, we will undoubtedly escalate the budget, which will require additional funding in the spring to early summer. However, that will result in fast tracking of a multi-million ounce gold producer at Brewery Creek. 5 biggest shareholders of the company. That would be Front Street, who's been our largest shareholder since inception. Eric Sprott with Sprott Asset Management has us in a number of his funds as well. Frank Holmes at US Global is one of our major shareholders as well. And then Ned Goodman at the Dundee Group, both personally and through Dundee, is a very significant shareholder, and I'm certainly the largest shareholder in management, holding about 6%. We have a number of companies in the US and Europe that hold 2 to 3% as well. In essence, the top 15 shareholders own about 70 to 75% of the company. A short outlook from now till April 2012. We will continue drilling throughout the winter at Brewery Creek. We'll have a minimum of 3 rigs operational. We would anticipate further discovery, expansions of those discoveries, and moving towards a multi-million ounce 43-101 for our year-end 2012 campaign. We also look to resumption of early production at Brewery Creek. Once again, it is a former producer, so it is partially permitted. We will be working diligently over the next coming months to expand and amend those permits to allow for a larger area to be under active development, as well as to increase the rate of production from the formerly relatively modest sized mine in the past of about 50,000 ounces a year. We're targeting about 120 to 150,000 ounces a year in our production plans, so we will need to modify or amend the permits. However, we view that as significantly easier than, in terms of time, than going with a brand new permit. Once again, any brownfield site is going to be considerably less challenging to permit than a brand new greenfields discovery. So with the existing infrastructure in place, the history of production so that the metallurgy is not an issue, the existing permits, the aggressive drill program, and the multiple new discovery for 2011, Brewery Creek does prove to be quite an exciting lead vehicle for our company. The company in itself, looking down the road a bit, also has the largest land position in the Yukon under mineral development for future years. I think that covers most of it. I think there was one question backing up here, that's some mention of Silver Predator. Just to backtrack on that and segue into it, Silver Predator is a sister company. Does share some common management and some overlapping board members. Silver Predator has been designed to go specifically after advanced silver projects, although not exclusively in the Yukon. We certainly have a Yukon focus. We also have a promising silver deposit in Nevada with about 19 million ounces of silver. That's 43101, measured, indicated, and inferred, lumping them all together. As well as the Illinois Creek deposit in Alaska, which we'll be aggressively looking at next year, which has a historical resource of a little over 200,000 ounces of gold, about 7 million ounces of silver, and the extent of the mineralizing system is quite frankly just unknown. We have a very large land position with extensive anomalies, so that should prove to be quite interesting for Silver Predator, as well as our key projects in the Yukon.